All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the memberships right over there in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. You can get a preview by clicking the link right over there in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream strictly for the brothers. Now we got the live stream and a lot of valuable, vital, powerful, important information pertinent to our growth and development. Check it out. Get a preview. Become a brother. Become a member today. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com. Online marketplace. Official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get over there. Check out that catalog. Get a discount. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, all the over 40 subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. We talking about Omega Voyages of the Nile, when Kemet ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt. We got that. We got gas, global African supremacy, the making of the white man, the black woman is God, Freemasonry, exposed, black Illuminati, Christianity, Judaism. We got all the isms. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compete. You should become a member today. And everybody knows Seti got the popping his page on Patreon. By far, the link is right there at the top of the chat. Click it, get over there. We got five presentations waiting on you when you get there. Not another Patreon nowhere that could compete. Get over there, family. Become a patron today. To all the family donated to the General, thank you. I appreciate you. Those would like to donate, the link is in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. So, I mean, it just looked like it's been a very terrible situation as far as the July 4th weekend across the board. Across the goddamn board. You feel what I'm saying? Chicago, Philadelphia, even Indianapolis and shit is also, it was a terrible shooting in Indianapolis, and you know, over 10 people shot, 3 people died. Philadelphia, another city where, you understand what I'm saying, 13 people shot, over more than 13. We're gonna deal with that. So I mean, it was a crazy ass, and I don't know what the fuck niggas is turned up for. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, on the 4th of July, 1776, your ass was still a slave. So I don't know, niggas, you know, I don't know what's wrong with niggas. You know, they get out there, they get pumped up, full of that, you know, full of them pills, full of that drill music, all that dumb shit. People get to drinking and shit, and motherfuckers get into their emotions and shit, and then they ready to kill, they ready to harm, they ready to destroy. You understand? This is what it is. This is what it is. And so, you know, we got this, you know, this situation that happened where even, I believe, 2 teenagers was also shot at the, in this deadly shooting, this deadly shooting. And it's a mass shooting. And yeah, it's crazy out here. But again, my thing is shit you eliminate. You know what I'm saying? Shit you eliminate to get some turnaround. Where you can, and the first thing motherfuckers got to do, they got to get that dope and shit off the street. Like, and they could do it. You see what I'm saying? They profited off of these goddamn, the madness out here. You see, wherever this shit has been going on, because, the elite, they get high too. Let's deal with that. This ain't just no black thing. They get high and cut their wrists and die in the bathtub too. They get to doing crazy shit too. You see what I'm saying? So, but because, the elite, they get high, they let it come in. You see, they let it come in. They do it and shit, and they pacify, many of the impoverished people so that they can forget that they impoverished. That's a way of motherfuckers, trying to cope with the reality instead of, rising up on these motherfuckers and taking, the steering wheel and shit from them and do what need to be done to, steer the people in a righteous direction. And so this is what it is. It ain't like, people got their own fucking mind. They got their own consciousness. But the government is there, you understand, to make sure that the nation don't fall down. So regardless to what individuals is doing, it is on the government. If there's a sector of the population that's, you understand, going astray, it's on the government to step in and do what need to be done. We ain't, it's in people's individual, they got to have their individual consciousness and make an individual decision. But you can't if it's enough people that's going astray, it's on the government to step in and do something about it. You see, and so the thing is, it's too much fucking dope out here on these streets. That's just all it is to it. You see what I'm saying? Too much, because a lot of times when you check and see when shit happen and go wild and go astray, they check. And 9 times out of 10, motherfucker high, motherfucker drunk. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You look at the characteristics, the attributes of the situation. You see, so 9 times out of 10, when motherfuckers get to riding and they get to doing whatever they doing, you check them and goddamn it, guarantee that either they high, they drunk, they doing something along that line. So you got to, you understand? If you know what, if everything was 1,000 and people could take a sip here and there, and you know what I'm saying, and because if people got jobs and shit, they just can't get high all day. If motherfucker got work and they got a life, you understand what I'm saying, and they making money, they can't get high all day. You see, but see, so that's one of the things. That's another thing. You got to have jobs out there, because if you got jobs out there, then that's the motherfucker got to take a pause for the cause. You see what I'm saying? If you got a job and shit, you ain't gonna be high all day. You ain't gonna be drunk all day. So when you got an impoverished community, you ain't got jobs. You high. These motherfuckers high all day. They listening to drill music all goddamn day. And that's part 3. You see, they listen to all that kill drill, murder music and shit. That's fuck free speech. When you got when a people is going down the path of genocide, then free speech it means free to what? Commit genocide on yourself. You see, so goddamn it, and so it's time that we check motherfuckers that's producing that shit. It's real. You got to check motherfuckers, because that's what it's boiling down to. Poverty, no economic foundation in these communities. You see, some motherfuckers gonna go to the streets, and if you ain't got and you just in the streets, you ain't got no rules, you ain't got no law, you ain't got You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got no where you have to speak, you had a job and shit, and you have to hold yourself to a certain standard. You see, in the streets, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. You can get high all day, you can get drunk all day, listen to music all day. You see what I'm saying? Walk around aimlessly all motherfucking day. You see, and this is not a knock on, because I mean, this is what it is. You see, this is what it is. And so we have to, this is the root of what's going on in Black America. This is the root of it. And that's why, yes, we do need fucking reparations. You see what I'm saying? And we don't need it for motherfuckers to go and buy the liquor store and, you understand what I'm saying? Buy some stock and goddamn Smirnoff vodka and Hennessy and all of that. We need it so that we can uplift our people from an economic base, you understand, establishing foundational industries that we know, clothing, food, you see, you know what I'm saying, housing, we need construction companies so we can build housing. We need manufacturing of clothing where we can get us some fresh shit. We ain't talking about we trying to get out here and get some fresh shit out there on the market, producing clothing for ourselves so we can stop going to these Gucci, Lucci, and Poochie and all of that. You feel what I'm saying? All that garbage. You see the China man making over there and selling it to Gucci, and Gucci come and sell it to you for 2,000, 100, no, not even 100, 500% markup. You see what I'm saying? This is what they do. So we have to get economic industry. You see, foundational industries, food, restaurants, grocery stores, land, growing food. We need that. You see, so we can feed ourselves. We need manufacturing companies. Everything that you see in the community and somebody else own it, you got to envision yourself having one of those companies where you can, where goddamn it, every company, whether it's the phone company, if niggas a cell phone, we need Black-owned cell phone companies. You see what I'm saying? Where we can go in there and see our own people selling phone. We got that for you. You see what I'm saying? We need that. We need computer store. We needed to have our own people selling them. We need computers. So we got to envision and making our own goddamn computers. You see what I'm saying? We need to be doing that, and we can do that. But we've been pushed out of that. So the majority of our people is in the streets. That I ain't gonna say the majority, a lot of them is in the streets. And so when you got people that's all they do every motherfucking day, get high, get drunk. You see what I'm saying? Without an economic base, if you ain't got an economic base, what you gonna do? You gonna turn to drugs. You gonna turn to whatever it is you think you could sell to make you some motherfucking money out there. That's what you gonna, and that's what's happening out there. And it ain't gonna motherfucking change. You can say whatever the fuck you until you get an economic base in there, and people can wake up and they can go get jobs, and the people that's giving the jobs look just like them. We ain't got to go in there and be belittled and shit by nobody. You see, we ain't got to change who we are to go get a goddamn. Yes, I'm talking about our hair and this, that, and the third, and how we look. Motherfuckers got to go in there and cut their hair off and do all that shit to get a motherfucking job. We could be who the fuck we want to be, who we are, go get the job, do good work, have, credible presentation to, when we deal with this community, our presentation is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? We doing good work, but that's what's necessary. You see, that's what's necessary. And when you get an economic base, you get the, and that's why when people talk about and I say it, when we talk about the Hispanic people, they've been getting filthy rich off of our demise. Off of our fucking demise. God damn it, ever since goddamn I could remember all that goddamn dope coming across that goddamn border, coming in this goddamn United States, fucking us up. That's where it's coming from. Okay, that's exactly where it's coming from. So I'm down for, for more than one, illegal. I'm down for it. God damn it, I'm sick of that shit. Yeah, close the motherfucking border. Yeah, put some goddamn towers up there where motherfuckers got, rifles and shit, man, and all of that. Stop that shit. I'm with it. Y'all people need to get off of that shit, man. You see what I'm saying? Our people need to get up off of that shit. We just go from the next goddamn whatever it is and shit. We had to get up and make moves, man. We can't be high and shit and ain't making no motherfucking moves and shit. You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna sell dope, nigga? How long? How long you gonna do some shit like that? I ain't trying to, you got a mind. You're a great, you're a fucking mastermind businessman, nigga. You could do any motherfucker. You could, you know what I'm saying? They didn't keep us out of that. So we don't think we could do that shit, but we can. You see, we got to come out of that. It's a destructive environment. You know what I'm saying? So this shit been going on and on. And that goddamn drill music, who producing that shit? I meant to do some research on that. What motherfuckers keep, because if you see it's destructive, why is the government, and they want to ban every goddamn thing? Ban that, goddamn it. Ban motherfuckers talking about killing. If it's illegal, you know what? If it's illegal to kill a man, to kill a woman, it should be illegal to talk about killing a man or a woman. You see what I'm saying? If you talking, you know what I'm saying? It should be damn near illegal to be sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, making these goddamn songs talking about killing people and drilling people, and it should be fucking illegal. Period, man. It's one thing to have freedom of speech, but when it's a destructive, devastating type of, where you think you could just say shit that could destroy lives and shit. No, you ain't got no freedom to talk no shit like that. You see what I'm saying? You got to get the fuck on, because this shit is taking out hundreds of thousands, millions of lives, hundreds of thousands to millions of lives and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to, it should be fucking, and I hate to, and it ain't just, I ain't talking about cussing, because a motherfucker can cuss. You see what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a motherfucker squab, you get in there and you have to get, because sometimes you have to rap about, getting into it with a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Or this, that, but this shit has saturated with kill, drill, murder music, where every song, the whole fucking album is kill, drill, murder music. You got a soundtrack for devastation out there. You got the drugs and shit everywhere. Motherfucker can't get a job, but a motherfucker can get all the crack, all the dope, all the pills. Can't get a job, but get all that shit. That shit stay flourishing. You see what I'm saying? Job, can't find one, can't find two, can't find three, can't find no jobs out there. You see? So this is a fucking setup. This is a fucking setup. And so, yeah, and say people need to make a change, but what for? Yeah, they need to make a change. But the only change that they're going to make, they're going to have to rise the fuck up. That's it. Because ain't nobody going to voluntarily do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And these people in power ain't got no initiative to do right by niggas. No way, no how. And so, yeah, but to say that a motherfucker is doing and not do nothing about it. So, yes, you identify the problem, but you identify the cause, but you also identify the solution. And, the solution may cause you to have to rise up and see a motherfucker, man. That's just all it is to it. Or you just gonna have, just situation after situation where you come out on the losing end. You see, you want to, and motherfuckers get, you got to go against all odds to be successful. Well, motherfucker, yeah, you supposed to have the drive to, to be successful, but black people have to go above and beyond where it's really no other society had their children jump. Yeah, they push them, but they always allow them to be successful at the end of the day. We pushing them to be, but us, we got to be 4-5 times better and still don't get the motherfucker. fucking job, the situation. So it's about fuck the jobs, it's about businesses, it's about manufacturing, it's about production. You see what I'm saying? It's about changing the mentality of the people by changing the music. That's the first shit you gotta change. That fucking music. Period. Don't change the music. You gonna have niggas out here on that bullshit. That's just all it is to it. You don't change niggas from, giving them another way out where they got something else other than the motherfucking street, they gonna get high. There's no other way around that. You see what I'm saying? There's no other fucking way around that. So that's the goddamn shit that must be done. Don't do it. You're gonna have this shit every year, year in, year out. You see? So when you're ready to step up, and like I say, I'm gonna do some research on who putting that goddamn, because the crazy shit about it, we keep talking about, oh yeah, the nigga, yeah, but who got the publishing rights? Who got the publishing rights? You see what I'm saying? I want to know. Is these independents and shit, and why is it on the goddamn internet? You see what I'm saying? The motherfucker, heaters and shit in there. I mean, when you seeing there's this many killings and shit, it's on the society. It's on the goddamn, the YouTubes and this, that, and the third. And I'm not trying to stop a motherfucker. It ain't about what you saying. If you got a cause and people ain't riding with, that's something different. But to be talking about killing people, and that's all you talking about. You got 200 songs and they all talking about killing people. You see what I'm saying? No, sir. We can't have that. We can't have that, especially in a society where niggas is prone to take that information and you catch a nigga. And I'm telling you, and motherfuckers ride out and they do. Check what's in their motherfucking radio. Check what's in their motherfucking system. You see, check what's with the motherfucker, because motherfucker gonna ride out. They got their music. You feel me? They gonna get them in that right mind. Kill, nigga, kill, kill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, yeah. And you get the nigga then popped him 2-3 of them motherfuckers and he wide up. Kill, nigga laying down, creeping and shit. Yeah, that's how it go down. Check what's in the nigga radio. Check what's in the nigga blood. You see what I'm saying? That's what's, you understand? That's what's keeping you with the poverty along with all that. You got to change it. Got to change it. Don't change it. You got this shit gonna stay the same. All right, family. I'll be right back, man. Y'all get on over there to Patreon. Make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button. Make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. Share this with your family, with your friends. Get over there to Patreon, man. And I'll be right back. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Pop.